Duncan, I got to tell you something. During this whole thing, it's just great to see you.
Great to see you, Joey. I miss you, man.
I miss you too, brother.
This is fucked up. I mean, it's fucked up. I wanted to talk to you. I wanted to ask you, first of all, thanks for watching the show, man. And I didn't hook you up. You hooked me up by being on the show. Thank you for being on the show. You killed it. You know what's really cool about you, man, is that you're not just a great comic, one of the great comics. You work your ass off to be an actor. And so when, you see you working for the first time, getting to see different people the way they work in a VO booth, and seeing people who are trained, everyone did a great job. But like seeing people like you and Phil Hendry who are trained actors and watching, all those years and years and years of work come out in the room. And not just that, but the way you're like connecting with everyone in the room. You're like doing this thing, which is really, really cool to watch. I love watching. I don't care what it is, man. I love watching people who are experts at stuff. You know what I mean? Whatever.
With voiceovers, you have to go into the room and connect with everybody in that room. If you want this project to go well, I have to let my ego go and let the 4 guys who know what they're doing guide me. You tell me, I'm directable. You tell me you tell me bang my head on the wall. That's a job. I accept it. I'll bang my head off the wall to get the visual that you need, Yeah. So working with you guys was also a fucking pleasure because it seemed like just go in there and do what you need to do. Do it this way, do it that way, do it this way. We have forgotten how to create anymore. The reason why I wanted to talk to you today is because you created something. Everything is so put together. Go watch like a movie that's 3 years old that was big 3 years ago. You watch it now and you're like, that was put together. This is acting, casting. Not with your show. I felt it. I felt the characters. I felt the richness, the stabbing the guy in the ass. You took so much from your world and put it into this. And listen, man, I cheer for everybody. But for this one, I went nuts. I applauded.
Thanks, man.
I turned my nieces onto it because my one niece is a real nerd. And when I hit her with it, she goes, I've seen the trailer. I can't wait for it to come out. I go, your fucking Uncle Joey's in it. Go for it.
Wow.
And I send her a picture of a black guy putting a firecracker in his eye and blowing it up.
I saw that, dude. I showed my wife that. You're like, I want to get stoned with this guy.
How fun is he? Just doing a couple lines of coke and saying, like every 10 minutes, instead of having a Chinese guy and Boogie Nights, just having him, listen, put a firecracker in your eye. I'll give you an extra gram of blow and drive you to the hospital. No worries. By the time I get through with that poor guy, there'll be no eyes left in the state. What else you been doing?
Joey, what do you think's going to happen? Man, this is the thing that has been dawning on me because I guess I'm slow as fuck. But, I've been thinking, like, what's going to happen to stand-up comedy? The other day I was talking to my booking agent and, just getting the lowdown on what's happening out there. And the whole industry is paralyzed right now. And, I just was wondering, what's your take on it, man? You've been hitting the road for so long. Like, what are you what is out there? What signal are you getting out there?
My situation is as follows. And this is, everybody's situation is different in this. You have a wife, you have a child, you like creating, you're very comfortable creating different things. You've always done great. This isn't your first time at the rodeo. You have other shows that you've sold before. Yeah. And finally you found the one. You got to kiss a couple frogs before you meet a prince. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
So for a guy like you right now, you're safer than fuck. I'm just waiting for Netflix to put in the second order for the second season. I'm not jinxing you, but they'd be crazy if they wouldn't. So you've got another year covered. Okay, that's you. Myself, I do videos for, different corporate events and the podcast. We're not getting rich, but we're afloat. Okay.
Yeah.
As far as the road is concerned, hey, I don't know who this fucking Fauci guy is. And I don't know who half these people are that are telling us what's going on. I know that I've had friends that have had it. And I had a kid that I went to high school with, died from it. I want to give him Dave Phillips, rest in peace. I had to beat him up one day because I thought he robbed my house. We were like 15. Somebody robbed my house, and they put him on me, and I caught him in a bowling alley hallway. He couldn't get out. I caught him in the fucking hallway. And I apologized to him later when I found out who robbed my house.
Yeah.
And over the years, we connected, and we were dear on Facebook. He's one of those sad stories that went to the hospital, and they sent him home, and then went back and died in the hospital.
God damn.
So I don't know what's going on with conspiracies. I don't know if you should wear a mask. I don't know if you should put Clorox in your veins. I don't know if you should. I know, I'll tell you what's going to work for Joe Diaz. I just told you what's going to work for Duncan, and I'm going to tell you what's going to work for Joe Diaz. Joe Diaz is probably going to do some type of residency at the Brea Improv. 2 Tuesdays a month, maybe 1 Wednesday a month up in Oxnard. And I'm going to continue to wear a mask. I'm going to continue social distancing times 10. No headshots, no nothing. No nothing. Basically, no nothing. I mean, I got to know who you are and what your background is. I have a system for comedy. You know how you've been in a comedy club, and when you get there, you're not in the door 2 minutes, and there's 10 knocks on your door with 10 people who want to know what song you want to go on, what you want to eat. They want to introduce themselves. There's a girl here named Melissa. Do you want? No.
Yeah.
So I'm cutting that down to one person. Every club's going to have a COVID advocate.
Right.
Mask, gloves, pick us up, clean car. I want to smell the Lysol. And that's, I'm just going to feel out the waters. If it's too crazy, I pull the plug. I've been doing this for 30 years. I got nothing to be embarrassed about. It's better to quit ahead than quitting. It's a big fucking difference.
Yeah.
And
but what about just from financially, if they're going to do like half, if they're going to fill the room with half as many people, I mean, that affects everything. That affects the club's overhead. That
everybody,
affects everything.
Listen, it's called the COVID-19, but what it should be really called is pay cut. We're going in like fucking Marines. You understand me?
Welcome to church, motherfucker.